Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're at one of the most important parts of this fusion. I'm going to do my summons on my free-to-play, but I'm also going to drop a couple of tips for you here, because this is where things start to go wrong for a lot of people, okay? You're grinding it out, you're doing all of the work, and then we get to the summoning stuff, and people start to make, like, tragic mistakes. So we know we've got these extra chances to get champions, which is actually cool. There's some good champions here, especially if you're trying to like progress through clan boss. I did a video about this yesterday, so I'm not going to go over it here. But I will say I wouldn't mind a cheeky bit of some of these champions on the free-to-play. And that's where we're starting. I feel like the free-to-play is the better account to show you guys this stuff, because I'm not buying my way through anything. It's literally like I'm doing the grind like you guys are. First point, my gems have gone up since I started doing the fusion. Yeah, and I've just been doing the grinds. Yeah, I've done every event so far in full. You know, champion training a day, 3 hours left to go. Been doing some work in the tavern, and I've just got like a small smidge to do. So I didn't try and do it all on day one. I've just been like working my way through it. No problems. Dungeon Divers is about to end. In fact, I'm just going to squeeze this little shard away here. But got the dude, which was the main thing. And Summon Rush, we'll come on to it in a minute. I did the first artifact event. That was fine. We finished the spider comfortably. We've done the arena up to this point. Again, we've got 2 days left. I'm just refreshing the arena whenever I can. Yeah, so we're just kind of keeping on top of things. And then Dragon now has been live for about a day. And I am smashing my way through Dragon. Yeah, so basically all of my energy that I've been buying up, either through Clan Gold or all of the pots that I saved, or things like Call of the Arbiter codes, all of that stuff is just pushing me towards not having to waste gems at this point. But we get to Summon Rush. Okay, we know that there's more shard action required next week. We have to do more shard action for the champion chase. Okay, so firstly, fragment champions will help you with champion chase, but also fusing your rares into the epics will help you for champion chase as well. So it just takes me back to this page for a second, right? So champion chase comes right at the end, and it's after the second champion training tournament. Now this is kind of what sucks. Ideally, the way you would do this is you would turn the rares into epics during champion chase, and then the final champion tournament would be after it, and you'd level the epics up. Okay, that's not going to work this time. So it is what it is. We're gonna have to do some leveling here. So depends what you're short of. What's harder for you to do? If champion chase is in the bag, and don't forget next weekend is going to be 2 times on sacred champions, sacred shards. Yeah, so if you've got a bunch of sacreds sitting here right now and you're trying to make decisions, obviously it still doesn't guarantee you're getting legendaries, but sacreds are going to be the best way to get the points in champion chase next week, I would think. So you kind of need to bear that in mind. Depends on what you're going to do today, but you do need to bear that in mind. But yeah, looking through this, the champion training part comes here. So it just depends where you are in terms of, you know, resources. Which area is stacked better for you? But for those that are short on shards, which will be most people really, the main thing that holds people back for these type of fusions is shard counts and getting through both a summon rush and a champion chase. So just bear this kind of like fusing this epic here is worth 350 points. Each of these would be worth 250. So you'd actually get over 1,000 points towards a champion chase just by doing this part. Okay, I guess you'd have to pick this one up before you can do him. So maybe call it 750. You should have 750 in the bag before then. So that's just a watch out. And obviously, if you're doing any other fusible champions like these epics for Razin and Broadmoor, all these extras just make champion chase a ton easier than a summon rush. So let's check out the summon rush for today then. What's the points looking like? So to get this first rare, this first void rare, we need to get to 2150. Okay, then after that 54. This is actually quite high. Normally these are, the epics are normally around this kind of 49-25 point. But as I've said before, like the epic really doesn't help you a ton unless you're just want to miss stuff out. Like if you just want to miss events, fine, and you've got loads of shards sitting around, fine. But on my free to play, I am not down for grabbing this epic. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'll just do the events as they pop, and yeah, because the only things I'm really worried about are the champion chase and the summon rush. So I'm just gonna do the minimum requirement to get myself the rare during this summon rush, especially considering next week is 2 times on sacreds as well. So we need 2150. Got all the points drawing down here. 500 per sacred. That's where the lion's share. We normally say like sacreds is where it's at for these for the summon rush events. But void shards are pretty good as well at 120 points. I'm going to try and do 3 sacreds here, pull my voids, and then try and top up just with mystery shards, which are worth a point a go. I'm going to be using mystery shards anyway to kind of like, you know, regather food and that type of stuff. I've got a bit of time. I've got the whole weekend here, so it's not like I need to push everything out today. And that's, again, what people, you know, people don't realize they've got time frames here. But over the last week, I've gone from having 400 faction war stars. I'm now at, just got that book there, 455 and 458. That's just from me like pushing different areas of the game and putting a bit of gear on faction war champs. So I gave myself an extra void shard this week just from doing that. And obviously I'm doing my clan boss each day. Clan boss resets coming soon, but you know, making sure that I hit my ultra nightmare damage so that I'm getting additional chances at shards and that type of stuff as well. So let's do 3 sacreds then on the free to play. And then I'm going to pull some voids as well. Mitogi, it's okay. An okay champion, like good faction war champ, but not someone that I would invest tons on the free to play. Spider, actually really decent champion, especially for this faction, Dark Elves. Good drop defense. It's on a long cooldown. That's what sucks about Spider. Like most epics nowadays, sometimes this goes to 3 turns, sometimes it's 4, but still a decent champ. One more then. No gold today. No gold. Lockwayne. I keep saying Lockwayne thinking it's the new dude that's part of this fusion, but it's not. What's this guy got going on? Stealing buffs, AoE. I think Lockwayne actually does some pretty high damage, but there's not too much going on in his kit that I care about. Not too much going on. He's not like a must-build faction war champion apart from just straight damage. He probably will be built as like a level 40 or eventually maybe level 50 dude. So we've done the 1,500. I might... What have we got here? Another 9. So, yeah, this is pretty much getting me to where I need to be. Do my voids. Save the sacreds. We're hoping to see epics, really. Void epics would be useful. Not many rares. I've got cold hearts. I've got cold hearts during the 2 times void pull. So, I guess the other thing I'd love to see is the new void rare, just to make this fusion easier. That's the only other thing that I'm kind of after here. Just make the fusion a ton easier. Bellower, good champ. Second Harris specs of this pull. Typical. Is an epic. Faceless. Show us your face. He's actually, I mean, he hits super hard. He's quite good for faction wars for sure. He's ignoring defense, which makes him hit really hard on the A3. But he's a bit of a, like, when would I build him out on a free to play? That's the thing. He's like a bit far in the future on a free to play. Paragon, this might be the answer to my nightmare campaign because I can't beat that final boss. Paragon makes it a lot easier. Means I could get another sacred in. Skelly Bob. Come on, give me one of the new rares or a decent epic. New rare, new rare, new rare. Ah, man. That's so, all in all, pretty sucky shard session. Let me just see where I'm at for points. I'm going to pull a few ancients as well. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm done. I'm way done. God, I was thinking 27. I don't need 27. I'm way over it. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. The epic book is decent as well. So, free to play is looking good. I'm going to switch to the main, do a few shards on the main. Okay, then onto the main account. I mean, some people will literally just do this with mystery shards. Like, if they've been playing the game for a while, you could do it all the way with mystery shards. It depends if you've got the patience to do it. My main account doesn't have enough to do that, but I could get a decent way through it. But I tell you what, out of the champions which are up for grabs here, Snick Track would be awesome. And a second Crest on this account would also be cool. So I'm going to start with Voids. And then I'm probably going to pull a few extras as well. An extra Crest on the main would just be super cool. Especially with like Hydra tournaments coming up. Really would be helpful. The other champion I really want is Necmo Thar. So I guess I'm just hoping for a 10 times on a Necmo sometime, and then I'll go all in with quite a lot of resources. Not much going on here. Runekeeper's decent. Obviously for my main account, not as good. Feels like the 10 times are coming out real slow today. What's going on? What is going on? 2 seducers. Not seduced by that crap. Come on. Just hit me with a gold. I don't mind. I know it's only 30 odd shards. We could just do it. We could do it for the video, could we? Epic Hakan. Lousy. Okay, lousy set. One more on the Voids. Useless. What's that? That was over 3,000 points. I've got enough on the main. I will push and get the epic on the main because that just means I need to do less events. And for my main account, it's a yeah, it's easier. Obviously, I can buy my way to things. Means I don't have to spend as much time doing the grind. The free to play is more like the real life experience. Seeing Doodan popping up for this new dungeon as a useful pick, especially if you got him with a blessing. Go on then, give me a Snick Track. Let's go. Snick Track or Necmo. Go on. All blues. Ah, pulling outside of 2 times feels so bad. So it's like a sea of blue, right? How's with my sacreds? Go on. Let's wipe myself dry. Okay, first sacred is gold. And it is a Tyrant. There you go. Tyrant, actually really, really good Ally Protect champ. He's got Ally Protect, increased defense, really cool champion. He's got AoE burn as well. He's got healing on his A1. And he's got full, like a damage mitigation for your team on his on his passive. Okay, let's just see where I'm at. I think this is probably going to be the lot. How close am I to Epic Town? One more sacred from Epic Town. Okay. Talk me into it. Talk me into it. Double gold? Oh. Anyway, there you go, guys. That's me done for today. Don't forget about the fusing champions and champion chase coming next week. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.